We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. There was a nation living in peace and unity. Yeah. They are people with love and harmony. Oh, yeah. They saw greatness rise up to its purity. With another people of different culture, a dear heritage, biased and oppressive. Oh, I see. A nation from trigger of Africa, rising with strength and might and power. In due time, nobody gonna praise us. Rather, you all gonna embrace her. With your flag, with your flag, with your flag, with your flag. Oh, yeah. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home. Oh yeah, Biafra is our home. Oh, it's my home. Yeah, Biafra is our home.
I reminisce way back 1967. Death toll on the blood couldn't count them even. Mama screaming, child squealing, pops on the ground. 2.5 years, over 3 million's gone. Why? Cause we asked for our freedom, and we're going back to our sovereign kingdom. They shut us down when we cried, the world said nothing. Sitting back in the crib, watching our suffering. Should I talk about the planes dropping shells like rain? Suka had the first taste of a hero's blood. Abaganazo Bunigwe was stronger than flood, but the juke is too strong and fought them off on the chart. Thought the bloodshed's gone, then it came again. 216 and the massacre, it started again. So bloody name, I couldn't cry tears. Blood dripping down my eyes, water in my veins. We died trying to fight the cause and we're trying to break him. It's our freedom, but the world was against us.
Wave your flag over Africa. Welcome people of Biafra. Wave your flag over all the world. See those people of Zion is here.
It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion. It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion.
We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. Yeah. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home. I see the rising sun from Africa. Oh, this is time of victory. Oh, yeah. I see future in Africa. Oh yeah, people have been outside. See light shining on the world. Oh yeah.
What's that, Marathon? We're not fighting each other. We know where we're going. We're going to get Biafra. There is nothing anybody can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. I need them to understand this. We've crossed the Rubicon, the point of no return. There is nothing anybody can do. If I'm alive, if I'm dead, if I'm wherever I may be, Biafra will come. If I'm dead, it's even better because it will come far more quicker. I can assure you. If Biafra is fighting for you, no one will touch your property. If you're fighting alone, you're bound to lose it. So Biafra is the best. We will become the 16th member country of ECOWAS. If Nigeria doesn't release those properties, then we'll take them to court and we'll get them back. Even twice the value. The Jews had investments all over the world. Most of the priceless artifacts and paintings belong to many families in Germany. It was stolen by the Nazi Party. Do you know that? Eventually, they got everything back with compensation on top of it. That's what we're going to do. If you touch our investments, we'll come back for you, and we'll know where we can get it from. So there is nothing for anyone to worry about. It's only if I'm not stopping you from being a Nigerian. If you are born on the streets of Lagos and you want to be a Lagosian and your name is Adamma, oh well and good. There's no problem.
Onye si na agata anya ahụhụ ma ọ bụ na anyị ife arụsị anyị wee na-efe arụsị igwe were iwe gị na ọmụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị konye ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọpụ onye nwe anyị n'ugwu awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọ bụ anyị mara aka n'ime ha si maka ha aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri ọya nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm dị ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwuo ekwesịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwuo ekwesịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị agaghị isi n'egwu ndị nwe anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizọba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro dị na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ Yaki we did to Ozu. Oh, go on, memory and Goliath. Chineke na nke igwe memory n'afọ. She brought to a man. Ka fela ko guzo ni home on the idea bito we ta ko bi ni oto so. E ga na edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume. Ọ bụla dị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ. Ọ bụ nwa bụ ekele n'igwe n'ụwa onye ọbụla kere gị n'oge malite n'oge ọgwụgwụ kama anyị nwe anyị gwa anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama ma akọ na okwu gị na-anọgide ego mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe na-ekebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very quick evening program. I welcome all of you. Wish you a very happy Sunday. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. I welcome you. And I urge you to like and share the program. Share to other platforms. Share to family and friends. Share to those that are close to you. Share to others. We must keep this agitation alive. I know that many people are tired, many people are discouraged, and many people have lost interest, but we will not stop talking. I encourage every one of us to continue to hold on. No matter how difficult it is, continue to hold on. A lot of things have gone wrong, that we know. A lot of confusion, right, left, and center. But we must continue to hold on. Wherever you are, whichever group you belong, wherever angle you are, whatever you think you are doing that is right, hold on. Hold on. Don't you ever give up. The challenges in this very struggle has continued to increase every day. And you cannot succeed by running away. You cannot succeed by fear. You cannot succeed by propaganda or blackmail. You can only succeed by sincerity and truth. The truth they hide. Nigeria's systemic failure, ethnic division, revisiting 1914 amalgamation. The contraption called Nigeria is getting more divided every day. More terrible things are happening. More terrible topics are being seen. More terrible headlines are seen every day. And you can never pretend that these things are not happening. No matter how they try to cover it, we will expose it. But you that is out there watching, my fellow Biafrans, you must be strong. You must stay very strong. You must be very strong. Whatever you are doing, you must be strong. Never give up. Never give up. Remain consistent. Remain strong in whatever you are doing. Remain committed to the cause. At the end of the day, we are going to end up in joy. At the end of the day, it is going to end up in victory. So wherever you are joining us from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Kukabiyama to please do not give up. Do not give up, no matter the challenges, no matter the obstacles, that is always increasing. Do not give up because we have no other choice. There is no other choice anywhere. It is either you are free or you are a slave. Those are the two options. Either you are free or you are a slave. Do you want to be a slave or do you want to be a free man? As for me, I want to be a free man. I don't know about you. I don't know about you. I don't know what your plan is. But as for me, I have already made my choice to be free. And that is why I will continue to support the disintegration of Nigeria to save life, to save the indigenous people in that contraption called Nigeria. A lot has happened and continue to happen. And the only way to save the situation is to end the contraption. If you do not end it, the situation will be worse. If you don't end it, the situation will be worse. So wherever you are, continue to add your own voice. Continue to speak up. Do not give up. Do not be discouraged. We must continue to talk. The only thing we are asking for is our freedom. Nothing else. The only thing we are asking for is for freedom. We want to be free. That is all we have been asking for. We have been asking for referendum for a very long time. Give us a referendum. Allow people to choose their fate. That is all we ask. Give us a referendum and allow us to decide our fate. Is that too much to ask? It is not. That is what Mazen Nandekano was asking for. And he was kidnapped. Mazen Samanepa made the same request. He was detained. But would that make us to stop? No, we will not stop asking. We will continue to ask. We will continue to make our demands until we are free, until we are heard. Until they hear us, we will continue. So wherever you are, do not get discouraged. Continue to do the little best you can. At the end of the day, victory will be ours. At the end of the day, victory will be ours. No matter what you hear, no matter what you see, we will continue to fight this battle until we win the battle. We will continue to fight and demand for our rights until our right is being given to us. So, my fellow Biafrans, today being Sunday, I know many of us have gone to church and come back. For those who are still in the church, please pray for Biafra. Pray for Biafran people. Pray for our courage. Pray for our wisdom. Pray for strength because the strength is running out. I see that many Biafrans are getting weak. Many Biafrans are getting fed up with a lot of things that are happening. Many Biafrans are losing faith. But I urge you in the name of Chukwu Abiyama to continue to stand strong. Hold on to your faith. Don't give up. Do not give up. At the end of the day, victory will definitely be ours. Let us listen to this interview of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know, we have been going on revision. We are revisiting every single interview he has granted in the past. We are revisiting them to help us keep our faith strong and to help us know where we are coming from and how far we have gone. That is why it is important we listen to these interviews. Pay close attention. Pay very close attention. You are going to learn a lot from this. Let us watch together and hear what is being said in this interview because it is very important for us to get some information out of this. Pay close attention and listen.
No single black African country is proud of its strength. No single black African country is developing crisis. All of them are dependent on Canada from Europe, America, and there is a reason. The reason is the come together of divergent values is the key problem we have. Allow me to once again reference there is debate in the answer. There is a line and the reason being that advantage, which is the way you understand as a the way you see, is the way you solve, the way you resolve, is who you are. We all know this called value system. The value system of an Islamic Turkish state cannot think what have constituted as a caption. In other words, historically, common clash and of led to allow some but if you are saying similarly in say Canada or USA, it should be far more easier to achieve because they are all Christians, they have values, they believe in human rights, they believe in having a good society, they believe in human law. This is what binds groups together as present in Constitution. Now you can come to Nigeria. The northern part of Nigeria that must be deal with Islam. In the west, the Yoruba, educated, sophisticated, and the more monarchic in the house. We Muslims, we Africans, are Republican by nature. So having a state or a nation like Nigeria is like lumping United States of America, Iran, and Afghanistan, and so on. Right? Most academics and scholars have begged rather that the present structure in Africa is an impediment, a natural impediment. And no person like Africa will be exposed. What do you say to those people? Say, new countries, new countries, peace, more, percent of the nation for independence, peace, countries will be different. The same argument was made before the loss of the same argument was also made before so we will recall that taking notes. One day we have all this need to look up. Do this one here to an extent, that here has more than our really think how people can be done. how they are acting on it. If there is a recognition that the primacy of the will of people at all times should be allowed to play better than and it's true that how the vision of the people the outcome. But that would be the same relationship that the USA and Canada have grown from the possible outcome and what the and then they come some will have for other forms of and all of that's the reason why huge oil and gas just wow. The Nigerian soldiers I shot them. That was very important. Conscious experience of what it is. Really, and that complication very, very profound. Because it seems to me that a lot of times the modern world, the admiral was going to confront and report national revenue. No, because I believe that the power that we are on board is one of the there was a conscious effort to switch over because subsequently, that very experience I had so, the one understand so, that's not what high school out of state. I really want to have a phone. Right. Regardless of how much you have in time, it's all about let's say, I don't know, that is why I was buying the second package. So, the discrimination is not something very consistent and sustained. Culminating policy in the Nigerian government of those like that's micromanaged. It's not something that's happened at the time. It's as an accumulation of a series of very distressing and disturbing that led someone to say that. And then you're going to because I fled Nigeria when I was when I was to come. Now you would have thought any other place on the world is priority for some judicial issue as to why somebody would have taken a report and that would be so. What the one was to do because the law of secondary nobody can walk into there and kill illegal people and show you nothing will happen. So they came to my house, they couldn't go, but they killed that person. That's what somebody has. And I thought of that. So I was with one would I put my hands because they know that that plan and by station with you can do whatever you like. You know, that's one. In terms of your relationship, I am some questions of still the side world like me. It's a consequence. Because Nigeria and they have well defined that we don't want to disturb our as the government, we don't want to destroy silence, complex, quantity, what they want to so that's that's why and from the African countries when they kill and nobody does anything about the boys and the kill even more. And as I'm speaking to you right now, go online and type in things in Nigeria, you see the one that happened is very active. And you want because every right if the idea is Southeast Asia, you know that Biafra is not yeah, that is out. That I can say that when you something you can get to yourself and study very gently. Why was it that angels West Europe and not Why? So in that regard, not say like most African countries. All the bloodshed. People were killed, most down. You saw them well going down, including the mountain. Yes. But within a wider context, nothing is happening in Africa. CNN will cover it. That's a will cover it. Sky News will cover it. You can watch Sky News from year to year. That we don't mention of anything in terms of violence abuse happening in Africa. On their platform, Al Jazeera is saying, but when anything happens to one, understanding of what communication is. This is very ironic that when South Sudan was part of Sudan, this uprising that was coming down now having a more congregation of diverse countries. But in terms, look at the removal of all the Arab Spring happened in Africa. Here there was a dominant one existing order, based just based political leadership. They had no they had puppets of things. But it made overactive. So the value system was right up against states and Spanish. Parallels up now in Nigeria to fight against that thing that we have there as the president. And that's that. They'll say because they're practicing Jew. He doesn't like us. We are Muslims. But if they have their own country, Muslims, government, and one of the last things that arbitrary creation of national states in Africa. That you can never have the revolution, the formula of rising in Black Africa, never, ever, ever, with the current and existing boundary structure in Africa, is still possible. Okay. And now, formula of rising in Africa. So maybe you could say that it is important but they show sometimes you would say that one is they will be on that what is not right on right in the power that we say, no, the difference of there are some points of some nuclear warheads in Kazakhstan, some Georgia, some in Azerbaijan, and we don't think about the war on nuclear weapons. Countries that have nuclear weapons broke into pieces in war. Anybody pointing out or using stability as an excuse to maintain the decaying and evil regimes of Africa, that is worse than saying. It's a lie. An absolute lie. A rich threat of Ethiopia has the war ended. Africa collapsed. South Sudan came from Sudan itself. Has the war come to an end? Why is it that when it comes to rules always change? What is that? That is my main concern. Allow us to grow organically the same way that states have formed in Europe. How can I come from Biafra and I come to Germany and I got you into some place and say, you, from today your name is Westphalia, you're Bavaria, you're no longer German? Does that make any sense to anybody? Why must we allow to just so one day, there are willingness to go and pray, for example, where orthodox and I watch the top of you get their voice. I won't say the word, I say the word say from Africa. People that are family. There is a part, I believe, in an average European that we about the suffering and to Africa. I mean, that could be an insignificant minority that have a sense of faith in vaccine and but I can tell you that some of them that they live in contact I want to Biafra in back that's everything and become something. And the world has become. Coming to us and learning all of this.
You have heard the interview of Mazi Nandekano. This is one of those interviews that we need to go back to and understand what the Biafran struggle is all about. This is not about personal interest. It is not about attacking anybody. The question has always been freedom. And the problem is that the atrocities that Nigerian government has continued to compete against Biafrans is still ongoing. They have not stopped.
Greetings, everyone.
They have not stopped. If you think they will stop today, they will not stop. That is why we have to continue to fight. We have to continue to speak. We have to continue to add our voice at all times. Don't you ever give up. Anytime you back down, it means you are selling away your freedom.
Listen, this is just a street interview, getting the people's opinion, what they think about Biafra restoration. Pay attention.
Let us listen to this very interview and see what the Biafran people are saying. People who are committed to the cause of Biafra. We are not backing down. No matter how difficult or how challenging it is, we are not backing down. We will continue to speak and we will continue to make impacts. We will continue to encourage Biafrans never to give up, even when it seems like all hope is lost. When you think that all hope is lost, no, don't give up. All hope is not lost. There is still hope. There is still hope. So wherever you are, you must stand strong and stand tall. And always remember that we have an assignment ahead of us. And every one of us must continue to fight and fight the best way we can. Let us listen to this very interview for you to hear the opinion of the Biafran people, individually and collectively. The battle must continue, no matter how bad it is.
I go to Biafra. On Biafra, I support food from Biafra to come. So I need Nigeria should do on Biafra. We fall in Biafra, we are Biafra. Biafra does not belong to Igbo alone. Yeah, Biafra belongs to all of our people that are from South and South-East. Biafra belongs to people of South and South-East. So dividing of Nigeria is a solution. Nigeria is still big for one person to rule.
And then now, the problem is, outside of Ogiri, you're going to Ogiri, people know Ogiri. The only way to divide the country, make everybody go. Go manage to hey! Now you carry small, they talk. That's important. Well, since I don't like that, I'm a Nigerian person. I'm not a Nigerian, but from Nigeria, I don't go there like this. You understand me? So, that is the solution, sir. Solution to divide the country, make everybody go, make peace.
There is no problem in Igbo. It's Tinubu and Buhari is causing it. Why court should judge and order you to release? You say you're not going to release. Which means we don't have court in Nigeria. There's no law in this country. It's Tinubu and Buhari is causing the problem in Southeast. Southeast is a place that you go before you relax, feel free. But today, because of Buhari and Tinubu, you see the crisis they put in Southeast. Let them release our brother, Nambikano, so that there will be peace in Southeast.
They release Mars in Africa.
Yeah, there is no problem in Southeast. Let them release the man.
Support Biafra.
Yes. Of course. When some people are expecting to be on their own, freedom. Everybody wants freedom. I support Biafra.
If Biafra come now, there will be peace in Nigeria.
I don't know anything about Nigeria. If Biafra come, there will be peace in Biafra. I'm not talking of Nigeria in terms of Biafra. When Biafra come, that's nothing like Nigeria again. Nigeria should go. Biafra will be on their own. I don't know about that one. I'm talking of my own.
If Biafra want to go, they have one. We call it one Nigeria. They get the one America. They get the one Europe. They get the one Ghana. Only Nigeria will be one. They don't go one China. Only Nigeria will say be one. But you should not be one after they say one Nigeria. Why did they put one Nigeria?
Now we are expecting this country to be divided, so the Biafra will come up, then the Nigeria will go their way.
So you want to make Nigeria divide?
Yes.
Make Biafra come?
Yes.
So you're a Biafra?
I'm a Biafra man.
Thank you.
I said Biafra, George, that Biafra, but now they concern Biafra. No.
I want Biafra, make Biafra come.
Reality. I need Biafra very
That's the solution to the job.
That's the solution. Biafra is the only solution. In Biafra, no peace.
Is that what is causing havoc or crisis in the south?
Yes. No Biafra, no peace.
So if Biafra come now, where will this Port Harcourt belong?
Port Harcourt is belong to Biafra now, but they are from the beginning of the struggling. Port Harcourt remove themselves out of the struggling. Then they betrayed Biafra before. That's why you worry. That's why you worry. Foreign language means I am working surrounded. That's they don't agree. Not enough. So they are already the betrayers. Even in Sarajevo, that people that betray us. So when the time comes, they will come. I know they will
come.
They will join us.
Biafra is a solution to Nigeria. Biafra must go.
The whole world knows.
All right, Biafra go. Is that the solution to the Nigeria problem, right?
The Biafra issue, the Biafra must come. But it's not like this. The Biafra want to come, we come with peace, we go by pieces.
So this is waiting the happen for Southeast now, for Imo State, waiting cause
blame for Imo State, that side, the governor on that side, know the problem on that side to solve his own place. That's the issue.
So that the government,
the governor is supposed to know how to handle the matter from that state.
But so they say that because of saying that the Kalu they never release and then they say they will continue the killings and the havoc.
The blow of Kalu, let me tell you what, the blow of Kalu, yes, it's not by Biafra. That's federal government problem issues. So the federal government, they will know to join the panel to move Kalu from the place. So that's the right thing. You can find like 100 million CS. They say federal government say no command. But the court say Kalu come out. We come out.
So you support me Nigeria divide?
I say Nigeria divide. They can divide. They can divide because the marriage was too very suffer. Look at the country. No money, nothing. No job.
So this Tinubu they try.
Tinubu, our daddy Tinubu is doing well. He's doing well. But the only problem we have problem with Tinubu is this fuel subsidy.
So you enjoy Tinubu so far?
Well, since Tinubu stayed, I don't be a complaint because now this fuel subsidy, that's the only problem Tinubu get. But as cement, now they say don't go the price of cement coming down. You hear me? Yes, so if we go like that, everything must be
short so that we don't play for our own country.
So maybe after
I'm not doing my Biafra, I want my own country.
which country?
I'm from kingdom go to kingdom.
I believe you're listening to this straight interview. This is people's opinion. And you can see that nobody wants one Nigeria. Everybody are in your opinion.
What does Biafra mean?
It means freedom, liberty, fairness, equity, and justice.
In practical terms, these are very good sounding words, but in practical terms, what does Biafra mean?
Confederation.
So, a weak center, very strong regions.
Absolutely.
Have you had a change of mind, therefore, about getting an independent Biafra? Because that's what I seem to be hearing.
No, I'm not changing my mind. An independent Biafra means going back to where we were before the one man came.
Okay, so you're not talking about a federation when you say a confederation. You're not talking about a federation as part of Nigeria. You're talking about total independence.
Absolutely.
Complete independence. Now, is there anything that can happen that will make you change your mind about this particular direction?
No.
So if it's either Biafra or nothing else?
Or death.
Or death?
That's good.
If push comes to shove,
Yes.
will you go to war?
No, because truth is a far more potent and deadlier weapon than bullets and mortars.
So no war. You've ruled out the...
Absolutely, I don't want any war. No. When I say Biafra order, that I'll keep pushing. Either I am alive, I die in the process of own stuff. Allow me to repeat, if you don't mind. Had sovereign national conference been convened by the powers that be, where every ethnic national, I said every, I don't care if there's 600, I don't care. Everyone is
all the 500
all work together to say this is for others can delegate, I don't know, powers to other people to attend the other house. Sit down to say, what type of country do we want? Sit down, discuss, agree. I can begin to perhaps submit.
Is it too late?
It is way too late. They've killed too many people. They've raped too many lives. They've wasted too many souls. How do we bring those people back?
If the federal government, given the agitation that is going on, becomes convinced that, you know what, these people have a point, and it is time to actually address all these issues, and they begin to systematically address some of these issues, won't you change your mind?
No, because of the deceptions of the past.
No trust.
No trust. Agori was there, it was negotiated. Nothing happened. 1968, if I recall. And the confab report, what became of it? How about the 3 R's? Reconciliation, reconstruction, and heaven knows what else. What became of it? Nothing. Calabar Seaport is not working. Can you tell me why it's not working? The seaport. Used by the colonial masters. That's not working today. How about Water Seaport? What's it not being used? Well, why not worry? Why must we allow only Lagos to function as a viable seaport? In England, where I used to live, you had Liverpool, you had the Sun of just Portsmouth, Southampton, everywhere. You had harbors and ports. So why must you have only one?
I've heard people say these are very valid arguments, and that these are things that are to do with bad governance. So the average Biafran, to use your phrase, or Igbo man in Igbo, is facing poverty much in the same way that the average guy in Yobe State is facing poverty. And so these are issues of governance. You don't agree with that?
I agree completely.
Okay. So if that is it, why isn't the agitation about tackling the problem, which is ensuring good governance, perhaps starting from locally? Because part of the allegations against you is that you don't confront your political leaders in the East, and you'd like to blame Abuja for everything.
Because the way I would want to solve a problem is not how a Fulani man wants to solve it.
You really believe this is an ethnic thing, and the approach is different?
The approach is different. No, it's not ethnic. It is more to do with value system.
Right.
the way you may want to solve a problem could be markedly different from how I do mine.
What is the geographical makeup of Biafra, as far as you are concerned? This Biafra that you want. So, for example, if we're doing a referendum, where will that referendum take place? Is it only the 5? It's okay.
It's which is River State, Bayelsa, Delta, Anambra, Imo, Enugu, Ebonyi, Cross River,
Akwa Ibom?
and Akwa Ibom, of course. Right. Those are the coastal. Basically,
Bayelsa?
Yes. Southeast and South without the destined.
Without a destined.
That's correct. And then including Igede, Idoma.
Right, the Benues. So the Igalas and part of the Kogi state, right? Nyesom Wike, the governor of the governor of River State, made a statement, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, and said, you should not be including River State and the people.
I can decide from the Africans. You have to go and vote and convince the whole world that they want the Africans. It's not for instance, it's only one man, one vote.
But what if they're not even willing to take part in the referendum? Because I've had people from the South, for example, from Bayelsa, I've had people from Cross River. I think there's a famous actress, Kate Henshaw, for example, wrote a long piece about why people of the South don't want to be dragged into a place called Biafra. You're saying, regardless of what they say, you want a referendum in those parts?
Because I know the majority of the people want a referendum. I believe what yesterday.
How do you know?
I was there yesterday. You called what happened. I was there yesterday. I should have been there to see what happened. No, they didn't see me. I'm sure you know it. It's all over the place. They are very happy to see me. I bet Kate Henshaw wouldn't get such a reception. Where should to go to?
She's a big, popular Nollywood actress. I wouldn't necessarily.
I'm telling you, if I go to her village, people will turn out to see me, but I'll turn out to see her.
Victor Banjo was a Yoruba who served in the Nigerian army as a major before being imprisoned by General Ironsi for allegedly plotting against him. The federal military government had underestimated Biafra from day one, but the Biafrans took advantage of this obvious mistake from the government and now have the war seemingly under control. This was quickly allowed to slip. In fact, the Biafran forces only got as far as Ore. Meanwhile, another unexpected turn of events had happened, unknown to everyone. The commander of the Biafran forces in the Midwest had turned traitor. Victor Banjo was a Yoruba who served in the Nigerian army as a major before being imprisoned by General Ironsi for allegedly plotting against him. His prison was in the eastern region. From here, he was relieved by Colonel Ojukwu at the outbreak of the war and given a commission in the Biafran army. Why Ojukwu chooses Banjo to command the troops marching towards the west has not been fully explained. But the two soldiers were good friends, and Ojukwu had full confidence in his abilities. Secondly, being a Yoruba from western region, Banjo was familiar with the terrain and could use the language to convince the Yorubas in the occupied territories to support the war. With the rank of brigadier, Banjo commanded the early brigade that marched into the Midwest and down to Ore. According to his own confession, after he was unmasked and arrested, he had concluded after August 9 that he would enter into talks with the leaders of the West, notably Chief Awolowo. He asked Ejo to act as a mediator between himself and Awolowo, but Ejo declined to take the risk. According to Banjo, he would later relay messages using the sideband radio of British Deputy High Commission in Benin. A British official communicated these messages in German to another official in the High Commission in Lagos. The message was passed on to Chief Awolowo. The plot Banjo revealed was typically Yoruba in its complexity. It was to destroy Biafra by withdrawing troops from the Midwest under various pretexts, arrest and assassinate Ojukwu, and declare the war over. He would subsequently return to his own region as a Nigerian hero. His past would now be forgiven and forgotten. He went on to say that the second part of the plan, which will be revealed later, was for him and Awolowo to rally the newly recruited Yoruba army to his cause and topple Gowon. This would allow him to take over the presidency of Nigeria and give Awolowo his long-desired premiership. It seems unlikely, though, that the Gowon government was informed of this postscript. Colonel Ifya Jr., who had also been released from prison, a Moscow-trained communist officer, Major Philip Alele, a Biafran Foreign Service official, Sam Agbam, who did some of the negotiation between the two sides while out of Biafra, and several other junior officers and functionaries were all recruited into Banjo's plot. He was ready to execute this plot by mid-September. Despite being frustrated by the lack of action in the West, Colonel Ojukwu continued to believe Banjo and accept his claims of administrative issues, manpower shortages, lack of firearms and ammunition, and so on. True, the Nigerians had grown stronger in the 3 weeks that has passed. The Nigerians had formed 2 fresh brigades through a hasty 1-week recruitment campaign that brought into uniform diverse elements such as college students and prison inmates. This was the 2nd Division that was commanded by Colonel Moritala Mohammed. The division fought back from the western region. As late as the first week of September, the deployment of swift motorized column could have put the Biafrans in a commanding position in the western region. But on September 12, Banjo gave orders to withdraw from Benin City without firing a shot. He was not authorized to do so. Mohammed didn't arrive in Benin until September 21st. Banjo also issued orders to withdraw from Warri, Sapele, Auchi, Igwebe, and other strategic locations. The Biafran subordinate officers were surprised and confused, but they did as they were told. Simultaneously, Biafran defenses south of Nsukka crumbled, and the Federal forces advanced many miles down the road to Enugu, 45 miles south of Nsukka. At this point, Banjo decided to attack Ojukwu directly. In the Midwest, he met with Ifya Jr. and Alele to finalize the plans for the assassination, which was to take place on September 19, coinciding with Banjo's presence in Enugu, where he had been asked to explain what he was doing in Midwest. None of the 3 seemed to realize that time. Surprisingly, he had told several other officers and civilians about the plans, without first checking to see if they would remain faithful to Ojukwu. In fact, most of them did, but some had already gone to meet him with the details of the plot. It took a lot of persuasion to convince him, but the facts were beginning to speak for themselves. Ifya Jr. and Alele were each summoned to State House, where Ojukwu met them and ordered their arrest. Banjo was summoned as well, but he arrived with a strong escort of men who he wanted to bring into the premises. He was convinced that they could remain at the entrance until he returned, while he went in alone, but armed. He agreed. Colonel Ojukwu's police ADC, a clever young inspector, went out to the guard post with a bottle of gin while he was waiting in the anteroom. He offered them to come to his place nearby to enjoy some more after passing it around. They all agreed and marched off. Watchers inside State House observed their departure and then swung their automatic weapons at Banjo. He was disarmed before being led to see the Biafran leader. It was 6 hours to the time Colonel Ojukwu should have been assassinated, being close to midnight on September 18. The army became traumatized and demoralized. Even though the ordinary soldier remained loyal to Ojukwu, the entire officer corps was discredited. Although torn by his friendship with Banjo and a relation by marriage to Alele, Ojukwu had to set an example to avoid a repeat of this kind of plot. The 4 ring leaders were tried by special tribunal, sentenced to death for high treason, and executed by firing squad on September 22, 1967. The exact degree of complicity of some of the British officials in Nigeria remained a matter of speculation in Biafra. In his confession, though, Banjo implicated the British Deputy High Commission in Benin and the High Commission in Lagos as having been his liaison men with Awolowo and Gowon. Correspondents in Lagos later remarked they had noticed a sudden buoyancy among British officials in the middle of September, a confident assurance that it will all be over in a few days. This was in stark contrast to the near panic of 28th August and a prophecy hardly merited by the military situation. But after the attempted coup against Ojukwu, things actually changed. The damage in Biafra was enormous. We will look at what happened from now on in our subsequent video. You'll be doing us a massive favor by liking this video so that more people can see it. Subscribe if you have not done so, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.
By others.
We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. There was a nation living in peace and unity. Yeah. They are people with love and harmony. Oh, yeah. They saw greatness rise up to its purity. With another people of different culture, Idean heritage, bias and oppressive. Oh, I see. A nation from trigger of Africa, rising with strength and might and power. In due time, nobody gonna praise us. Rather, you all gonna embrace her. Wave your flag, wave your flag, wave your flag, wave your flag. Oh, yeah. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home. Oh yeah, Biafra is our home. Oh, it's my home. Yeah, Biafra is our home.
I reminisce way back 1967. Death toll on the blood couldn't count them even. Mama screaming, child squealing, pops on the ground. 2.5 years, over 3 million's gone. Why? Cause we asked for our freedom, and we're going back to our sovereign kingdom. They shut us down when we cried, the world said nothing. Sitting back in the crib, watching our suffering. Should I talk about the planes dropping shells like rain? Suka had the first taste of a hero's blood. Abaganazo Bunigwe was stronger than flood, but the joke is too strong and fought them off on the chart. Thought the bloodshed's gone, then it came again. 216 and the massacre, it started again. So bloody name, I couldn't cry tears. Blood dripping down my eyes, water in my veins. We died trying to fight the cause and we're trying to break him. It's our freedom, but the world was against us.
Wave your flag over Africa. Welcome people of Biafra. Wave your flag over all the world. See those people of Zion is here.
It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion. It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion.
We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. Yeah. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home.